Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Scroft here for a first look on a map called Fairhead. Now, I've been looking forward to this. I follow FastFarming, who's the guy that's made this map. I follow him on Facebook, and not long ago he posted a few pictures of a map that he's been working on. And yeah, I'm over the moon that he sent it for me to have a first look. So yeah, big shout out to FastFarming for that. Really do appreciate it. He's been working on this map, from what I can tell, since the tail end of FS19, and I think he's doing it like an on and off work in progress project, but it is really close now, really close. And I'm impressed with it. I really like this map. We'll get into it in a second. I have done a bit of a cinematic at the start just to showcase it, but if you've not checked out FastFarming on Mod Hub, definitely go check his page out, because there's a few pretty much must-have mods, especially a few trailers. There's a Red Rock Bale trailer that I've used quite a lot in multiple series, and I really do like it. But there is many other things that he's got on there, like muck spreaders, and I think he's got a John Deere mower as well. But yeah, definitely check out FastFarming on Mod Hub page. Now, he has been working on this map with another modder called ES Agri, so they've been doing it in combination. It is roughly based on a place called Fairhead in Northern Ireland. Now, I don't know Northern Ireland that well, but the one thing I will say is this map kind of really does feel like where I'm from. I'm obviously not saying that where I'm from is Northern Ireland. It just feels like the Peak District. The Peak District has this kind of style to it. There's hardly any crop fields around, and this is just grass fields. I know you can obviously plant in whatever you want. It still all works like that on the map, and there is a few bare bone fields that obviously will have crop growing in. But right now, the way it looks, it just reminds me of the Peak District. It's so kind of like busy the landscape is. It's never flat. There's a load of stuff going on. But also it's quite bare in between. There's just a lot of grass fields, and I like that. I do like that. And it's pretty much the same as well, because from what I notice, the animals, you can only really have cows and sheep. I think you'd have to place down your own like pig pastures. There is a place for chickens as well, but mainly it is for cows and for sheep. Now, if you like silage, this map is going to be for you. Definitely going to be for you. I'm only going to have a brief look around, because it still is a work in progress. I did ask the question, is it coming to console? And this map is definitely coming to console. I think the way he explained it is it's going to be a PC version first, and then shortly after it'll be a console version. But it is still a work in progress. This hasn't been sent to Giants yet, and there is a few little things that I've noticed that probably will get tidied up near the end. Just a few nav meshes for the animals, clipping through buildings, stuff like that, which is all the finer details on what the testers do to obviously make it finished product to go on Mod Hub, and it passes and everyone gets to play it. But I know this is going to be a hit, because people from, there's a lot of Irish players, there's a lot of British players on FS, and this is definitely for you. Because I just want to go through it quite briefly, just to show you what's set up, I'll kind of have a bit of a flyby and show you what's going on. So, as you can see with the landscape, there is a lot of grass fields. You're not going to have a shortage of grass and even fields to work on. There is plenty going on. There's also some logging areas. So there's quite a few logging areas as well that you can get busy on if you want to do that. It's nice that it offers that. But let's just have a quick look at the map, and I'll show you that. I actually really like this map. I feel like it's a map me and George would visit. Definitely. So there's 4 farms you can buy. Now, there's this one here that kind of comes together when you start the map. So if you start on easy, you start off at this section here with these 3 fields. That's the farm where we're at now. Now, I'll show you around that in a second. There's also a farm right up to the north of the map. There's another one there. There's a farm just down here, so right at the bottom. And then there's the one just kind of like in the middle, which is also another really good farm. Now, down here, you've got a few sell points, got animal dealership, another sell point for grain. You've got one that's called Silage Sales. So, like I said, really good for silage, because obviously you've got a sell point just to sell silage. Your vehicle shop's there. This you can buy, which I have purchased, which is actually the biogas plant. So you've got some bunkers there and everything else. Now, he did say to me that there's a couple of houses on the map, and when the farmland is purchased, you'll gain rent each month. So that's a nice touch to the map. So if you actually purchase the other farms, or a farm, I think there's a way you earn rent from a couple of houses on the map, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. But this is the main farm you start with. Like I said, this is the one you start with. It's got equipment on, and there's a lot of storage area. There really is. I'm just gonna have a bit of a fly around. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away. Obviously, this is a first look. and yeah, a good representation of what to expect. But you obviously want to learn a lot for yourself, don't you? That's the thing. You kind of have to balance it as a content creator. You don't want to give too much away, but you also want to kind of build that hype for people that would love playing on a map like this. Now we'll have a look at the animals, because down here on this one you've got a large, it says a large cow barn, so you can have some cows here. I've only put a few in because I think there's actually a small one in comparison to the other size cow barn. Got some sheep there that are indoor as well. Another storage area down there. It actually starts off with some bales as well, which is nice. Now we've got some big bunkers here, massive bunkers with obviously a roof on for a bit of shelter. Starts off with silage bales down that side, another bunker there, and then you've got another cow shed over here. So 2 cow sheds and 1 that's for sheep as well on this farm. Now this actually says manure heap extension, so I think that the manure from the animals or the cows will drop in this spot. But what I do like, I really like this, I think this is proper clever, is you can obviously drive up here and reverse, and then obviously with a trailer and tip into it from this kind of like gap that's in the shed. I really like that. So this is a storage point. Starts off with fertilizer, a bit of herbicide, all the equipment you're going to need. I'd say it's like a small to medium map, but with big fields. Like there are tight lanes and there's some gates that are tight. So if you're used to Court Farm, then there won't be a problem at all, because there's some gates on Court Farm that are quite small. But this one here, you can see if we open this gate up, yeah, it's you're not going to get something massive through that gate. So that is something to be aware of. We've obviously got walls that have collisions, but I'll just try find a hedge, because people will want to know, is there collisions on the hedges? And there isn't. So you've got like a bump in the middle though, so that you'll know if you're driving over that. But there isn't an actual collision, but there is a lot of fences that will have collisions, as you can see. So I'd say that there is collisions on the field boundaries, but not on all. So that's pretty much this farm. Really nice view as well. Massive lake in this kind of like middle area of the map. There's another one up there as well, and you can see all the forestry areas. I think that's actually the boundary, the field. I think that's actually kind of like the boundary. Can't actually purchase that yet, so I'm not sure if we can do that as forestry, but you can do this section. I definitely can do that section, and probably, yeah, there's loads of free space to build. And obviously this area is you can purchase, and you can do all the forestry area, and there's a load of trees in there to keep you busy. So let's fly up to the north and have a quick look around up here. I do like this track going into this. Oh, definitely think this is a really nice track, and you can see this is the entrance to the farm. It's a Fairview farm. Drive down here, plenty of fields to work with. None of them are flat. I mean, look at that for a landscape there. Massive field as well to work in. Honestly, this is a perfect map to do multiplayer big silage harvests. I think maize silage on this would be perfect. I mean, look at this. These are 2 bunkers, you can tell, and we can tip in from this side. I do like when they do that. There's a bunker like that on Castlewell. It is a really nice feature to put onto a map. So you can see that's the main farmhouse on this one. Plenty of storage space again. Looks like that's kind of like a workshop maybe. Yep, it is. And then you've got your 2 bunkers. And over here you've got some storage sheds to the left. And then I imagine this is the cow... Yeah, this is the cow barn. So you can see this is what I meant. Just this cow coming out from there. This is probably where the tractor goes. So yeah, just the nav meshes. But he did mention that some of that will get sorted out. So the only tiny little things that obviously you expect whilst it's kind of like still in a work in progress map. And then what I do like is it's got a bit of a parlour as well. It's not working parlour, but it's nice to add that in. I do think we miss that in maps a lot. I mean, for me who does a role play, I've been trying to find a parlour for a while, and then I did find one. And look, it was working. So I appreciate things like when map designers put in even if it's just the visuals of a parlour. I really do appreciate that. And over here you've got the slurry. Now I haven't asked, because of obviously manure system coming out, I'm not entirely sure if this is kind of like the manure system ready. And what I mean by that is, with the hoses and the extensions that you can have, in FS19 that mod by Wopster came out a lot sooner, and we could attach it to obviously like your slurry pits to the side of your slurry tanker, and it was really nice to have that. I found it immersive, the interaction was nice to have, and obviously it needs to be implemented into maps. Now this map's been a work in progress, like I said, for a while, so I doubt it's going to be manure ready, but I don't know if he's planning on adding it in. I will ask the question, and if he is, I'll make sure to put it in a comment and pin it in this video, because I think a lot of people would want that, definitely. I mean, it could be one of the first maps to implement it in, apart from the base game. So yeah, apart from the base game maps, so that'd be nice. But that's pretty much the landscape here. You've got some fields, you've got some grass fields that go up to the top, so you can obviously got a lot of land around if you want it. I honestly really like this. I even like the track. The imprints of the tyres in that track look really good. I do like maps like this. You know, for some reason it feels like a fan favourite from FS19. That's what it reminds me of. Like, kind of like what Bessie Beneath was, and maps like that were just really well thought out, and the landscape was perfect, that it made it unique to play on. I honestly think this is going to be a big hit. I do. So let's go check down here. You've got a little few points spotted around as well. It is quite an open map in regards to what's going on. There's not, you know, loads of sell points, not a big village or town or anything. It is just a farming area, you know, an agricultural countryside kind of spot. So these are a few sell points we've got here. I actually think that there's... Let me just have a look. I think there's 4 sell points of that. So you've got a sawmill, the Coastal Wood Limited, Coastal Dairies, and then the Coastal Stores. So you've actually got 4 points there to sell. Just keep following this road down to the other farm. And this is another farm. I do like this one as well. I like any farm that's situated on a main road like that. So you've got your farmhouse to the right of it, then the farm on the other side. It looks like you've got 2 farmhouses there. But we don't actually own this. So yeah, that's not a house we own. So that's the one that comes with the farm. But I do like it, but it's got a road in the middle. Definitely. So over here we've got some cows again. Got a nice big cow barn here. Bit of a parlour again. I think this is where the milk tank is. And must be where you're having calves and stuff like that would be stored. So you've got all that. Workshop down there. Look at this as well. Look at the different levels and terrain coming up there with a tractor. Deer. Random deer. I thought someone left the cow out. That was a calf at one point. But yeah, I love this kind of difference in terrain. I love the difference in the terrain heights. I think that's such a nice thing. I mean, I was talking about that in my Castle Knoll build, trying to emulate that and getting different level points. Nice storage shed as well on this one. It's quite a nice yard, that is. And then you've got another bunker here, which we can drive up to the back of and tip in as well. And I think this might be another one. Yeah, it is. So you've got 2 bunkers. One that we can get here, tip into the back. It's an open one. This one's got cover on. And then I think this is just a storage point. It is. So this one would be really good for bales. But again, a load of storage area. Loads of it. So yeah, spot on with that one. So let's go have a look at the next one. Now I think if we have a look at the map, we've been to this one, we've been to the one at the top, we've been to the one in the middle, which is the one we start off with. So there is really just this one left. And I think in the top as well, there is actually another one. So yeah, I think there's actually 5. Looking at this, sorry, there's not 4. There is a small one just up, just here. So field 38 it's called. So let's just have a look quickly at this one, and then we'll head over to that side and just probably have a quick look at the biogas plant as well. I would use this as an area to store bales or put muck. just like how it's kind of like a bit away from the farm, but yeah, it would be a perfect point to store. Well, if you had a caravan, you'd put it here. If you like a worker on the farm, you'd have a caravan, you'd plonk it here. Or you could put bales or muck, you know, like a muck heap there. I did like that. I do like little features like that. They make a map feel realistic, like this junk area. Got a big shed for cows and a lot of storage areas again for bales. Something else over there. You've got, just trying to find the bunkers, but that's your workshop. On this side, you've got another bunker there, so a storage point for bales. Coming into the main yard, you can see again, that's where your cows are. So yeah, plenty of storage, and this is for chickens. So not the biggest farm. It looks big, but it's not as big as the other two we've looked, especially that one and the one in the middle. So let's just fly. There is a debris crusher over there, so you can make your own, like turn stone into lime. So that's right by that farm as well. So over here, we'll just have a quick look. We'll work our way around. That's the animal dealer just down there. So if we look up on the map, you got the animal dealer and a sell point there. And then over here, we've got the biogas plant. So you can purchase all this. You get 2 big bunkers, place for slurry, and then some storage space as well. And a workshop. So now we've worked our way to the store. So that is the actual store for tractor equipment. And then over here, you've got where you can sell the silage. So it's called Silage Sales. I do like how it's got a bunker as well, with a nice clean face to it. So let's work our way finally down to the last little spot, which is just over here. I mean, this itself as well is a really nice track to drive down with the tractor. So this one where you get like field 26 and 25, this small area here, I call it a bit of a small holding. It's got one area for animals. It's mainly for sheep, but I've got the enhanced animal mod on, so I've put some goats in just to prove that we can have that set up. And you've got a bunker here, as you can see, so you can get some silage in. Then you've got a few storage sheds over here and a bit of a workshop in the middle there. So it's a small one in comparison to the others. But yeah, what a map. I actually really like this. I think this is going to be a big hit. So we've worked our way back to the first farm, the one you start with in the equipment. But I think that's a good point to end on. We've done a quick showcase of the map. I'm actually, honestly, I'm really excited for this map. I think it's going to be a big hit. If you like silage, like the UK style farming, this one's definitely for you. But keep an eye out on ModUp because it is still a work in progress map. It shouldn't be too long. It's being made by FastFarming and ES Agri, so a big thank you for them guys to sending it over so I can showcase it to you, give you a bit of a first look on what it's all about. I will ask the question about the manure system because I'm interested to know if it's got that in, because if it has, I think that'll be a big bonus to the map, definitely. So thanks for watching, really do appreciate it. Hopefully you liked the map, hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up because that does help me out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.